Oh, how the devil? Oh, hello, Mum. How you doing? Cam Clifford, Tomlinson, Kate Dennis. How you all doing? So for those of you that it might be your first time here, this is the Wednesday Waffle. Hello, Mr. Bullenshine. How you getting on, mate? The weekly business update that I basically do. I talk about what's been going on in the business this week, so that's basically it. So I wanted to start with a bit of a quote this week, and the reason I'm doing that is because I've been listening to the James Sinclair podcast, who's a sort of entrepreneur and helps other new businesses, established businesses grow. And he always starts with a quote. And just today, in fact, and he's just joined up, I met a bloke, and it reminded me of a sort of a quote / business lesson which I learnt quite early on and could not have been more true. And the quote goes something like this: customers will become friends quicker than friends become customers. And that, that has really become evident, not just this week, but certainly today. And that guy just there who's joined over on Instagram, Josh Crook, he started off as a customer this morning, and already throughout today, it's become pretty obvious he's probably going to become a very long founded friend. And all the way through this, so Mr. Bullenshine, someone else has just joined on, he helped me out a great deal right at the start. James Eaton, one of the few friends that became a customer, even a lass called Emily, the last couple of weeks has been helping me with things to do for my lives to get them a bit more interactive. Jim, flipping heck, Matt, bloody heck, Michael, the list goes on. Lucy, there's loads of them that have become friends through the business. I wanted to start out talking about that. So then this week, it's been very busy at work. The day job has been particularly busy, long days, early mornings, late afternoons. So that's been pretty intense. But then on the business side of things, so I had my monthly business mentoring session this week, and on that we spoke about organising my cash flow forecast. We touched on it a little bit on the last session, and then we just sort of really got into the weeds of it. I got a slight framework together, and then we did a bit more of a deep dive into it, and she sent me off with some homework to get cracking on with, as well as got me to speak to my accountant, and all exciting flipping stuff. Something that was a bit more interesting on my business mentoring session this month was speaking about product avatars. So, and I didn't know that this was a thing, but you basically look at the sort of people that are going to be buying your products, and then understand what they do, what they like, what they don't like, and then develop your marketing around that. Now, as an average consumer, you don't even know this thing goes on, and then as I've been understanding it, I do. It's just so interesting. Each week I seem to be learning more and more and more. And that part of our business mentoring session went on for well over an hour. And she said we only just scratched the surface of it. So I've been sent away for some homework for that to get done. So that was, in a very small nutshell, the business mentoring session. Moving further on into the week, these polos that I'm wearing, one of so just as to highlight, this is not the size of the logo that will be on the polos when they get sent out. This is about 71 millimeters. The actual ones are going to be yeah, welcome to the minefield that is business. Yeah, totally agree. But yeah, the logos are going to be much smaller. They were meant to arrive sort of last week. The factory that's doing them said that there's some deficiencies on the cotton, so that's been pushed back. I was meant to get an update Monday. It's now Wednesday, otherwise we wouldn't be here. That they were going to be coming this week, because she said 2 weeks, which is technically Friday. She said she was going to give me an update today, and then I haven't heard. So yeah, I've been banging on all week about the buy a gilet and a hat combination, I'll send you out a polo. Buy 2 gilets, I'll send you 2 polos. That is still on all this week. But it might just be that they might get sent out Monday rather than Friday. But fingers crossed. And then I've been on and off the phone all week with Pav in Birmingham that produces the gilets, and in the near future these flat caps. He is on schedule for all the Maroons to get delivered, or rather go up to pick them up on Friday, and a few of the lamb's wool to cover what has already been pre-ordered. So they will all be going out. And for those that are getting a free polo, I'm just going to wait to post yours until I get the polos, which will be early next week. So yeah, just on and off the phone all the flipping time. What I have been doing also this week is really starting to put the pressure a little bit on my business partner. Not pressure on really, but just getting him much more involved. So we've been using Canva. I don't know, has anyone ever used or heard of Canva before? But yeah, so basically it's an editing software thing, and you can put together posters and things like that with it. So I've been really getting him to dive into that and understand. Hello, Slow Days with Sarah. Good evening. How are you? It's going end of August for the horse trials. So yes, I use. Do you really? What do you use that for? But yes. So while I wait for you to reply, so been getting him to produce us some posters and stuff for our adverts, and then we've been really looking at what adverts are and aren't working, really getting into the analytics of the ad side, because all of you that are here seeing me are followers. The idea of ads is to get it to an audience that doesn't see. I'm going to have to look up your page afterwards, Slow Days with Sarah, and see what you get up to. So that's been Jay's bit. I then also humped him with a load of extra work this morning, because early hours of this morning I came up with a brainwave as I was tossing and turning in bed of, because some people have been messaging, particularly the female audience, which is massively growing recently, of what is the fit like? So what I thought of is offering out a home visit, like shopping service in essence, where I, within 50 miles of Windsor and further afield, with, fuel, a bit of help towards the fuel, put in case they don't want to buy anything. But I'm going to go out to people's houses, should they want to, and let them try on the whole range in the comfort of their own front room. So it's like internet shopping, but with the being in the shop. You don't have to leave your sofa, where you would have to stand up and try things on, of course. But I'll bring up the whole range to your house. So I've sent Jay off with some sort of wording and stuff like that to put into Canva and make us up some posters for that, so I can start advertising it on Facebook Marketplace. And then equally, as I'm travelling around doing multi-day shows, I'll put them on the local areas of Facebook Marketplaces in them areas. So on the stand in the daytime and driving around in the evening visiting people in their homes. So I think that's a really good little initiative. And then on the shows, I've now firmed up some more dates. So I'm going to the Norfolk Royal Norfolk County Show. End of this month, I'm going to the Grassroots show jumping BS Grassroots Championships at Equifest. Why not set up a parking lot shop, get more to come at once, save the fuel, pop-up shop with a changing room? Yeah, I don't know, I just quite like the idea of giving people that personal experience, you know. And I just, as much as I think, yeah, okay, that'd be good, but I just don't think the brand represents setting up in a parking lot. For me, I would much prefer to give people a personal service, if I can, by giving them the time to, you know, go to their house and chat to them about the brand. As long as they give me a cup of tea when I get there, I'm more than happy to do that. So yeah, we've got Equifest at the Grassroots Championships, which are both at the same place. Equifest is the 1st to the 3rd of August, and then Grassroots is 6th to the 8th or 6th to the 9th or something. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. You know, it's just more personal, isn't it? Mowers, mate. So yeah, so Norfolk Show, Equifest, Grassroots Championships, the Rundle Cup, and the Hickstead Royal International, Gillingham and Shaftesbury, I think, County Show is another one. So yeah, just been getting together the risk assessments, fire safety assessments, public liability insurances, and then paying the invoices to all them. So that's what I've been cracking on with as well. And then I, again, as I always do, have these bloody brainwaves. And can we just pretend that I haven't opened this yet? So I've got this package here. Oh, what could be in it? I don't know, because I obviously haven't opened it yet. Rip. Dorchester County Show is quite a big one. Yeah, so, I mean, you know, all of the... Oh, 1 minute, and there's another envelope. Rip. I've just now opened this, so I don't know what's actually in it. I'm lying. I do know exactly what's in it. So, this is a sample card range from a company called Halley Stevens, and they make waxed fabrics. So what on earth could I be thinking of planning on doing? Oh, nice. So these do all sorts of thicknesses of waxed fabrics, and the idea being is that I'm going to do some of my smock designs, but as a waxed... Oh my God, that one is lovely. Oh my God, look at this. Sorry. So I'm going to do some like wax jackets, but as a smock with quilted lining. So whereas the Brecon, the Arnhem, the Churchill are oi oi Cappy, how you doing? Whereas the Churchills, Arnhems, Hursleys, and Brecon are really super thin, designed to be rolled down, and just as like the ultimate rain mac. These would be a bit more of a, you know, all the time jacket, you know, not just when it's hammering it down. Because the idea with the current range of called Drew is that you can layer up underneath it. But with these quilted wax jackets in the same design, oh yes! So my episode of the Cat B podcast is coming out in a week's time. Pretty bloody excited about that. A week Friday, sorry. But yeah, the idea with these would be is that you can have a quilted lined wax jacket in that distinctive Lockwood brand smock design. And this company also can do custom printed fabric. So I don't know any of you are long in the tooth squaddies would have ever seen the DPM barber jackets that were produced for the lads for the Falklands. Imagine that as my smock design MTP. Yeah, that's where the crowd goes wild somewhere in the distance. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, oh my God. Little Liz, come look at this. Little Liz. Look at that. Look at that purple and orange.
Ooh.
As a wax jacket. in the smock design. And we could call that the Wokenham.
Yeah, of course. I like that.
Call that the Wokenham with blue stitch. Oh my God, blue stitching, blue trim, blue buttons. Oh my God, that would be epic. Oh my God, wow. Yeah, brilliant. Oh my God. Well, that's me definitely not sleeping tonight thinking about that. But yeah, Lockwood Bradshaw. Mum, you've just sent a request to be on the live with me, and you're not joining the live from hospital. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I will call you afterwards though. I did message you a bit earlier, Mum, but I didn't get a reply. So that's my mum. She's held up in hospital at the minute. She's on bed arrest. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. Bring on Silverstone 2026 with Wokenham wax jackets. Cool. So I suppose I would just say cheers for continually tuning in. I've got me glass of water here. Cheers to all of you that supported me throughout. Certainly the last 2 weeks or so. I've been under quite a bit of pressure. It's been quite difficult, and I've had a lot of nights where I've been tossing and turning more than I've been sleeping away.
You just understand.
Yes, of course I can, man. But yeah, so like that quote I said at the beginning. Customers will become friends quicker than friends will become customers. Although the geezer there that just commented last on Instagram, he is a friend that has been backing me right from the beginning. But I've certainly found that my customers have become friends a lot more than what my friends have become customers. So, all of you, for the most part, I've never met. But the support I've been getting is unbelievable. Mitch Evans, Lockwood Country Wear, tell us more. So basically, the price point for the Brecon smocks is it's just not feasible as a business. And I found one manufacturer maybe in England that might be able to work with me. But I've also made a commitment with my current manufacturers. So all the country wear stuff for the smocks will stay there, but I may need to look at other options for the military smocks. And at that time, I will split the brand to Lockwood Country Wear and then Loxon or Havoc Military. Yeah, and that'll sort of maybe be. I mean, I've got a projected order of a further 120 Brecon smocks in the pipeline. We're just waiting on some R&D fees and stuff like that, and but yeah, so then once they are then gone, that will be the last of the Brecons, and then it'll move into Havoc or Loxon Military, and then Lockwood Country Wear. And I'm still toying with either Lockwood Standard or Lockwood Country Wear. I quite like Lockwood Country Wear, but it'll just be a rebranding, separating of the companies, and yeah, that'll be that basically in short order. Yeah, so yeah, that's that basically. And then, like you've just seen there, we're going to be moving into a range of wax jackets, some heavier weight, some lighter weight wax jackets, and then sticking with the originals, them real super heavyweight. So you're thinking now, the super heavyweights are, you people going shooting out in the depths of winter and it's hammering down all day long. That's when you're wearing a Churchill. When you're just going out on a sort of mild autumn, you'd be in one of our wax jackets. If you're working on the farm all day, spraying, flipping, mucking out the cow sheds or whatever you're doing, and you're in the valleys of Wales or down in the West Country or something like that, you're wearing a Churchill. If you're going for an autumn or summer's evening down the pub, that's when you're wearing your wax jacket. So yeah, so that kind of thing. So that's and brilliant stuff, mate. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you, Mitch, mate. And then I suppose I'll just finish off with all this week until Sunday. If you buy any gilet or and hat combination, so a bucket hat or a flat cap, and any one of the 3 gilets that are on pre-order, which are getting posted out, obviously, in